All right, so you painted a picture of what it currently looks like, in those areas across the preserve and through the KRT. But historically, can you share information about the cultural history, or even the historic ecosystems that have been seen where the Kickapoo Rail Trail runs through?
Sure, absolutely. So the the railroad plays a very interesting role in the history of this area, both naturally and culturally. So starting out, before the railroad was there, you would have had, like I mentioned earlier, your riparian areas around the rivers, spreading out to savannas, spreading out to tall grass prairie. So prairies are, at least in this area, very flat, which made it conducive to railroads. It's very easy to put in a railroad out here because it's just flat land. So you think about what was out here. So first of all, the flora, which was the tall grass prairies, oaks and hickory trees. The fauna, back then we would have had bison roaming the area, white-tailed deer, a lot of different mammals inhabiting the area, as well as Native American folks that lived in camps along those river areas and would hunt for the bison and the deer and would gather from the vegetation in this area. So then you transition from that and you have European settlement and they put in a railroad. And it kind of went, from this natural ecosystem to railroad to an agrarian culture in this area because they need to get all that equipment in to this area to make all of the farmland, to go out there and plow up the soil and put in all of this infrastructure. It all came in initially on the rail lines. And so without the railroad, this area would be dramatically different. It kind of served as the starting point for this landscape that we see now. That is how settlers of this area were able to make this an agrarian landscape.
Awesome.
And it's really interesting. Those settlers of this area, because of the train and because of everything that it provided to the area, called it the big iron horse of the prairie state. They had named this thing. I don't know,
Yeah,
based on some affinity for the train.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool. That's cool.